We had an intro about Jordan's circumcision, but the administration cut it, because apparently it was too shockingly vivid. I don't know what that even means.
We had a second intro that was, and we were going to show you Jordan's hit music video, Writer's Block. The projector is not here. You can still check it out. It's on the Billboard Top 87 Million.
But instead, we just came up with a bunch of jokes about Jordan's name. So let's go. What do you call Jordan when you're standing on him? Floored in.
What do you call Jordan if he was a fall-themed lagoon? Gordon.
What do you call Jordan cascading into a bowl of cereal? Poured in.
What do you call Jordan if you went back in time? Before then.
What do you call Jordan leading the hockey team to victory?
Gordon!
No, impossible. The next speaker of today is said by our best friend.
We are insignificant. Each individual in this room is just one of over 7 billion people on this planet. A relatively small planet in a universe that with the technology we have today and will have in the foreseeable future, we'll never know the true expanses of. So in the grand scheme of things, we are insignificant. This great insignificance, however, gives us the power to determine our own purpose here on this earth, as we have no significant impact in this universe. What any individual deems as right and as wrong is based on moral precepts. Morality is derived from both experience and knowledge of what benefits humankind holistically. To benefit is to make better, and to better someone or something is to make them happier. Whatever purpose any individual determines for themselves is a reflection of what makes that individual happy. And so, fundamentally speaking, the purpose of every one of our lives here on this planet is the same. Purpose is to pursue and achieve our own individual happiness. Now, happiness is a curious thing. People cannot totally control what makes them happy, but to a certain extent, people are able to naturally alter their own happiness. I could say that I find happiness through being with friends, family, blah, 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 but the truth is, I find happiness very simply. The largest source, and where I automatically go to find happiness, is through laughter. As some of you may know, my comedic standards for what I find to be funny are extremely low. I'm the guy who begins to laugh as someone says that they have a joke to tell and starts tearing up as he begins to tell the joke. By the time the punchline comes around, nobody cares about the joke anymore because everybody's watching me have what may seem like a minor asthma attack and rolling on the ground. Over the past few months, I've come to the realization that I'm being used. My sole purpose, it seems, in my friend group is to provide a comedic relief to those who have an undying need for a humor outlet. See, I laugh a lot. In times of nervousness, as I'm bent over my desk looking down at my math test and I notice a slight accumulation of sweat upon my brow. In times of great awkwardness, as one Sheila Sullivan stands up here and gives me a shout out in her senior speech in front of the entire school on the excessive amount that I sweat, which the whole school seemed to understand. In times of triumph, discouragement, and obviously happiness, in all of these situations I laugh. Laughter and the act of smiling are involuntary responses. The body's psychological and chemical response to laughter and smiling is innate and universal. When you smile, fake or not, and your face gets contorted into that shape, your brain releases dopamine into your system. Dopamine, the same neurotransmitter that is released by psychoactive drugs such as marijuana and cocaine, is often called the feel-good chemical. It's responsible for the euphoric feelings of pleasure and reward, the very rush that substance abusers seek. The euphoria experienced by the release of dopamine lowers stress levels and generates a simple state of happiness within the human psyche. The euphoric response not only occurs naturally when you laugh or smile because of something involuntary, but the release of dopamine also acts in response to voluntarily or forcibly triggering the muscles associated with laughing and smiling. So in other words, faking a smile or a laugh not only can but will trigger a euphoric response. So when in a negative state of mind, forcing a smile or faking a laugh will shift your given state. There's a doctor from Mumbai, India, Dr. Madan Kataria, also known as the guru of giggling, who studied the beneficial effects of laughter. So in 1995, he started the Laughter Yoga Club movement, which combined group laughter exercises with yoga breathing exercises, allowing the participants to laugh without any comedic stimulation. By initially forcing themselves to laugh, his patients found it easier and easier to laugh throughout the sessions, and they all consistently became happier. See, we are all living on this earth together with the same purpose, to find our own happiness. The point of this speech was not simply to let all of you know the benefits of laughter, but to realize that happiness may not need to be so complex. Living day to day, we can all find happiness, on a micro level at least, through just the simple act of laughter. So laugh a little more, let your worries go, and enjoy the rush.